Hey guys, hey, this is Nay. Follow me on IG, Periscope, Twitter, Spreaker, and support me on Patreon and Nay Rob on YouTube. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, comment respectfully, and subscribe. Now, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta hussies. Okay, guys, I know you all watched the episode, right, from last Sunday, and Kim's deplorable behavior, right? But if you all think about it, that behavior looks very, very familiar. How Kim was uncomfortable saying the lie, but she told the lie. How it looked like she was actually prompted to say the lie. Like somebody gave her permission to say, go ahead, tell the lie. Because I'm sure that certain information has to go through the producers first. And Kim was confident enough to say it. And this is after Phaedra was fired for telling a lie. Because do y'all remember how uncomfortable Phaedra was about her lie? She was very uncomfortable. Opposed to Portia, who believed the lie and stood 10 toes planted when she told the lie. I guess because she felt like, well, hell, I'm not the person that started the lie. Or I'm not the person who started it. I'm just relaying it. When she went to Kandi and said, well, Kandi, I know that y'all were trying to drag me down to the depths of hell and do whatever it was that you wanted to do to me. Me too, Kandi. Me too. So if you all remember, Phaedra's, and then from what I understand, Phaedra wasn't even the person to put it out in the universe. It was Portia. But Kim, on the other hand, she was on camera and she said, oh yeah, I think Nene's doing drugs. And I think, and Kandi tried to eat my box. I said to myself, poor Kandi. But y'all know how it is. They go after that centerpiece hard. If it's not the centerpiece they going after to the person to the left of the centerpiece or to the right of the centerpiece. Basically, that centerpiece means that we going after your ass. And you know they've gone after Nene before too. Okay? That's why I've made videos where I was like, Bravo goes after yet another centerpiece. They went after Nene so bad one year that I think that was the season where she broke down and cried. Was that the 5th season where she just was crying on the reunion? And I was so shocked about it. I was like, Nene. But I don't think it was because of the show. I think it was because she had some other things going on, right? And Nene has definitely showed her humanity recently, especially when it came down to that, when she said what she said about that Uber situation. And how we forget. I told y'all, sometimes with social media, all you need to do is just go somewhere, sit down, and just relax, and things will always blow over. But I'm going to finish up with the Portia Phaedra lie versus the Kim lie. If the people who are responsible for that blatant lie about Kandi are gone, meaning Carlos King and Phaedra, why are they still playing the same game? Why is this okay? Is the person that actually was responsible for the lie still there? And it wasn't actually Carlos King? It was actually somebody else? Because keep this in mind also, Kim is really good friends with one of the producers on the show. That's the word, right? And that's the reason why Kim was able to get this extra check on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I don't know what it is, but she must have made a deal with the devil to say, look, I'll come back. Okay? I'm going to come back, but I need to have my bodyguard, i.e. Croy, in the parking lot at all times, just in case these bitches pop off on me, because I know you hussies will not protect me. Y'all know Nene, Sheree done snatched my wig, and Nene done put a finger in my face one too many times. So I need some protection, okay? So that's why I think Croy stay in the car, because Croy feel like, you know, these black bitches will drag you, Kim, will drag you, and them producers will not protect you. And I need to protect my sugar mama. Now let's move on to this. The next person who need to be fired. Kenya. Y'all know I'm Team Twirl, but I'm going to be fair. You know I'm a Libra. If you're going to fire Phaedra, then you need to fire friggin' Kenya. Because y'all remember when Kim Field's husband was on the show. Now, regardless whether the rumors may be true or not, they're still rumors. And you know, Bravo Andy always says during the reunions, you all need to stop using gay men as your pocketbooks, right? He always had something to say, but he continues to let it happen, right? But do y'all remember when Kenya had said that Kim's husband was gay? And that's, or bisexual? I can't remember exactly what it was, but do y'all remember when she said that? And Kim had to contend with those rumors. Now, granted, it may be rumors out there, but I think it was just more so because he was a dancer. But that doesn't mean anything. Because y'all know Ben Vereen. What's Ben Vereen? The guy who I just talked about when they doing this Me Too movement. And I was like, oh no, what you're not going to do is drag Ben Vereen in this bullshit. That's what y'all not going to. Y'all are not going to drag Chicken George in this Me Too bullshit. Right? So... Ben Vereen, he obviously loves him some vagina because there's some people that's coming out that's saying, look, me too, damn it, me too. He done touched on me too. So, and what's going to happen is this Me Too movement is going to negate all these women coming out of everywhere, talking about everything. He looked at me, so I felt I felt a certain kind of way. Me too. Y'all going to negate the whole movement. Just like the Black Lives Matter. Y'all gonna negate the whole friggin' movement with bull snit. Y'all need somebody to be in charge of this. Y'all need somebody to, you got to send your complaint to the Me Too movement CEO and she say yes or no. Request denied. Because y'all looking crazy. But for Kenya to put that information out there and you don't know for sure if it's true or not, she need to be fired too. The next person that need to be fired is Cynthia Bailey. Why? She didn't lie on nobody, but she surely kicked somebody in the pussy. If you're going to be kicking in the pussy, then you need to be freaking fired. Because when you put Portia on timeout, okay? When she had to go on timeout and we thought she was fired and they snatched her peach away from her and then she turned around and got it back. What it was suspension. But I think they just keep Portia on the show for eye candy. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. They just keep her on the show just because she's young and attractive. But, she's not that young anymore. She's over 30. I don't know how old she is. But I think she's just on the show for eye candy, to be honest. Because I don't know. I don't get it. But going back to Cynthia, if you're going to kick people off the show, then you need to kick Cynthia off the show for kicking in the pussies. And since we doing that now, since it's okay to do that, then let's move on to Portia. Portia, physically abusive ass, she should have been gone. If you fire people for telling a lie, because putting your hands on a person is different from barking in their face. She done put her hands on one too many people on that friggin' show. And y'all snatched her peach from her, but gave it back. She didn't kick, I think, who was it? She didn't put her hands on Kenya before. I mean, just several people. People that wasn't affiliated with the show, bystanders, anybody. Because Portia is a wild dog that needs to be maced and taken into the animal shelter. She needs to be fucking fired. The next person that needs to be fired, fucking Kandi. Kandi needs to be fired because for you to let your Mama Joyce, now get this. This is the thing that kills me about Kandi. Throwing rocks and hiding her hands. So you didn't like it when they told a lie on you and Todd, talking about y'all drugging people and screwing them all down in the sex dungeon. But it was okay for your mama to talk about Todd's mother being on drugs and being a pimp or something. It was okay for that. Now that, she allowed that to happen, and you didn't check that and say, Mama, that's inappropriate. But I'm sure the producer that told Phaedra that lie to put out on camera, the producer that told Kim that lie to put on camera, is the same person is the same producer that told Mama Joyce, go ahead and say that Todd's mama is a pimp and do drugs. You see what I'm saying? Why Mama Joyce get to come back to the show? And to make it so bad, Todd's mama is dead now. So you mad at fucking Phaedra, okay? And you can't forgive Phaedra and Portia, but Todd can forgive you and your mama for lying on his mother, who's not here anymore? Man, get the fuck out of my face. The next person that should be fired is friggin' Sheree. Sheree was fired, but they brung her back. I guess because they feel like if they get that old formula back, maybe it'll work, right? That's why they trying to bring back the old crew. But Sheree should be fired for putting up a front. For making everybody believe that she was much bigger than what she was. For coming on there, telling them blatant lies all night and day about Chateau Sheree. Sheree should be fired for exploiting the domestic violence situation. Because like I said, how is it that a woman who is dealing with a man who is locked up in jail for years turn around and drag her husband on a show for domestic violence? Like, I don't get that. At least, I'm not saying that she's not supposed to say her truth, but before she even talked about her husband's domestic violence concerns, Sheree had been lying long before that. Sheree tried to pretend like everything was good in the hood. It's some other things that I can't really think of because I need to get my ass on this shuttle so I can get to work. But it's some other things that I can't really think of as to why Sheree needs to be fired. Put them down below. And if it's anything, guys, that you all can think of for why these hussies need to be fired, if you'll fire Phaedra, then you need to fire every friggin' body else on this goddamn show. This is BS. And I know you like, Nay, you stay caping for Phaedra. Somebody said that before. I stay caping for fairness. That's what I stay caping for. This world is fucked up and it's unfair. And I hate to see inequities in the universe. So it ain't got to do with, me just team Phaedra. Because I'm team twirl too. It's just if you're going to fire one, you need to fire every friggin' body. Stop showing favoritism. The last person is Nene. The way that Nene showed her ass on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that husband needed to be fired. She quit. And y'all allowed her to come back, I guess, because she is a crowd pleaser. I'm not denying that people love Nene. I like Nene myself, when she not acting like an unreasonable, blatant bully. But Nene gave Bravo Andy her ass to kiss. Bravo, the producers, the girls, all those women, her ass to kiss. If anybody needs to be fired, the number one person, Nene, you don't have the right to come back anymore. Because you've thrown away that privilege. For the show that made you, the show that actually put you on the map, you gave them, you was like, you know what, I don't need this show. And for real, you always need your home. Your home base, you'll always need that. But you thought that you was better than the girls. You thought that you didn't have to tape with the girls. You thought you was so above it. Like, basically, the girls were privileged to have you to be on the scene. That's how bad you act. That's how terrible that Nene acted before she came back. And then to make it so bad, not only did y'all hussies, the producers, allow her to come back, but you gave her $2.5 million. Y'all trip. If you gonna fire Phaedra and Carlos King, you need to fire all them motherfuckers. Anyway, guys, remember this: the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. Have a good one. Deuce.